Okay, so last night I was invited to Messick's out at Elizabethtown for dinner, some water or other juice, and some pie, and to check out KRONE's line of hay tools and forage tools that they had there at Messick's at Elizabethtown. They had it in Abbottstown also. But this one particular machine that you're watching right now is something that I think most farmers in small states like myself could benefit from, or states with narrow roads and a high population of people. If you see this particular mower, which is the TC mower, it has a set of wheels that are kind of high, and right about now you're going to see them start to move, and that will put it into perspective rather quickly as to what these two wheels do. This thing was really awesome as far as a mower is considered, as far as a mower is concerned. These two wheels, they come down, and that raises the whole entire mower off the ground. I know there's a lot of other manufacturers out there that have these simple, carts and things like that that you back onto and then drive away, and it only takes a few seconds. But this thing, it's on the mower, and there it is. I mean, it turns completely sideways. It is exactly 9 feet wide going down a road, and there's no getting out of the cab. There's no hooking and unhooking. And when you raise up those wheels, that actually drops the header down onto a plate where it is carted from the two wheels. This whole operation, which you're going to see it happen twice because that's just the way it's going to be. It happened twice. They did it twice. It takes exactly 1 minute to do it. Complete function from start to finish. You can put it down and rotate it, drop it to the plate, raise it back up again, straighten it out into the field position. It will take exactly 1 minute because I timed it. So, you can watch that right now. He's going to do it again. So you can time it starting, say, right about now. And it's right there. It was really rather interesting to see this. Now, I love my John Deere windrower, don't get me wrong. And I love my case windrower. They work wonderfully. But there are some applications where you need a smaller machine to get in through gates and in driveways that are really tight. Now the baler is a little over 10 feet wide, so that can go in there. Hay rakes fold up about the same width, but the mowers are always around 16 feet wide. This mower comes in 13 foot and 16.2 feet. That is the mowing width. And with this setup that is here on this particular mower, it doesn't matter. I mean, you're watching it happen so fast. So literally, you pull into the field, and 30 seconds later, you're in the go position, and you're going to go. I talked to a lot of guys out there from the KRONE factory, or KRONE North America, last night. And, even though this is not an American company, it is an awesome company, and they do an awesome job. And if there's a problem, they don't just say, oh, well, we've never had that problem before. They say, oh, okay, let's take some pictures of it. We'll send it back to KRONE Company, and they'll come back with a fix. And let me tell you something. They fix it. It is fixed. And the next guy to buy one of these brand new machines is happier than pigs in crap because KRONE fixed it, and they don't send another machine out that's going to fail the same way. So anyways, thanks for watching. Please comment, rate, and subscribe. Okay, so I didn't feel that was enough in that video to talk about this particular mower. I've used a lot of mowers in the past, different ones, Italian-made, French-made, and of course the New Holland and John Deere. They all have their pros and cons to them. The Italian-made was actually a Mora, and that cutter bar was based on the original Kuhn cutter bar from like 1960s. I mean, they've had those cutter bars for a lot of years. Maybe back in the 1960s when you only farmed 50 acres of hay or 100 acres of hay, those were good and they lasted for 20 years. But in my operation, it didn't. Even at that point, when I only had a few hundred acres, I got a year and a half out of it, and it was just shot. So it just was bad. The New Holland, they have gone through an evolution with their cutter bars, and I think that they're okay. I think they're actually quite good. I always enjoyed the heft of the cutter bar. The Gale was a Comer cutter bar, which was bulletproof until you actually hit something that was not so nice, and then it would cut a hole in the top of the case, and that's really what happened to that that Gale mower. I do have intentions of repairing it. It's just a matter of money. You know, you gotta pick your battles with that. Now that Gale mower's, hell, I bought it in 2015, so 2017 will be 12 years of use. I didn't use it last year. I think it's been 2 years I haven't used it, just because it wasn't any good. But I ran it for 9 years. The John Deere, bulletproof. I can't say enough good about the John Deere cutter bar. It is one tough son of a gun. But I'm sure eventually I will break it. But talking about cutter bars, last night when I was watching the video PowerPoint presentation that they had on the cutter bars that KRONE is producing, and I think I should clear it up for KRONE because I had some questions about it. I mean, I watched the PowerPoint presentation and I was like, oh my God, if you dump a bunch of crap into that cutter bar, you're going to have a problem, meaning you puke a bearing and it goes into the cutter bar, because they said in the PowerPoint presentation that it was a solid welded cutter bar. Not true. Truth of the matter is, it is a solid welded cutter bar unit, or cutter, what do they call them, platform. I don't know what they're calling their cutter bar. It is a cutter bar, but it's solid welded except for the ends. The ends have they have plates on them that you can remove, so that you can get your you know, if you have a catastrophic failure. One of the main reasons for a catastrophic failure is usually the collisions with other what we call turtles or rotors on the cutter bar. If you have an obstruction and you hit it, and the knife will gouge into the top of the cutter bar. Not so much on the cast iron models like New Holland and John Deere have, but on the tin type like the Kuhn and Kuhn type, or Comer bars like is in the Gale, and the Heston, because Heston also uses a Comer bar, or gearbox. This one is thicker than any of the other cutter bars that I've ever seen, but it's got a lot of protection to it. It is the same style protection on the Big M as it is on this small 13 to 16 foot pull type swather or disc bind. They're great. I think that KRONE has done a lot of work and has thought this through. Pricey, don't get me wrong, but I think they're still within the ballpark of everybody else in this model, or this style of mower now. I mean, the last pull type mower I bought was, I think 12 years ago. I bought it in 2005 was the last pull type that I bought. So, yeah, that'll let you know how many years ago that was. These range between $40,000 and $60,000 with the wheels and everything that gets on the high end. You can get different types of rollers and tine separation. And I think if you're looking for a disc bind of some sort, whether it's a side pull or a center pivot, and you're looking at New Holland or John Deere, great companies, I guess. For I personally won't go back to a New Holland just because of the problems that I've had with them, but John Deere, they're heavy, and I don't like belt drives. I really don't like belt drives. I like the direct drives. The KRONE, to me, has the best cutter bar protection. If you shear that pin that's in there, it's on a threaded shaft. It will thread that turtle up and out of the way, so the other turtles won't chop it apart, and you won't break stuff. It's just out of the way. So if you're looking for a new mower and you watch my channel and you're on the fence, seriously consider going down to someone that has a KRONE or has run a KRONE mower, and look at this unit. I'm personally this close to selling my side-mounted 3-point hitch mower, fixing the Gale, and selling those outright and purchasing this KRONE mower, because it it just will get where I need to go easily, and it's built like a tank. The other thing with KRONE is that when they have a failure with anything, they throw metal at it. They don't make up excuses, well, you must have done something you shouldn't have. They take it apart, they look at it, and they throw metal at it, and they fix the problem. So that's just enough of me rambling on about KRONE equipment. No, they are not paying me to say this stuff. I'm just trying to save a lot of farmers out there a lot of headaches with other and more inferior products. I mean, it all boils down to one thing: you get what you pay for. And you know, if you're only doing a couple hundred acres, go ahead, stick with the New Holland. You know, if you're doing big, large amounts of hay, custom work and stuff, you better get yourself a piece of equipment that is designed and built for custom operators or commercial use, not just basically homeowner use. And somebody's calling me, so I will have to answer that. Thanks for watching.